Let's bring in the football expert now, Jonathan Fadugba, who joins us from London. Jonathan, many thanks for your time on this day. We're very grateful. Let's start with Ronaldo. United have top of the table Arsenal Sunday in the English Premier League. If it's true Ronaldo did want to leave the club, as was widely reported, was it a case there were simply no takers for him? And does his staying help or hinder United's new manager, Erik ten Hag?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me on the show. Interesting window, so much money spent. With Ronaldo, of course, as you mentioned there, he did kind of declare unofficially that he wanted to leave the club. There were a lot of whispers at the start of the transfer window that he didn't want to play for Manchester United anymore. But unfortunately, of course, don't forget he's the highest paid player in the Premier League. And I think given his age and his ongoing years, he's not maybe quite the Ronaldo that we all used to know and love. And so there weren't as many takers as maybe he would have expected, him and his agent, Jorge Mendes. There were clubs, rumours, for example, moved to Italy. There was a rumour maybe moving back home to Sporting. But in the end, he is still a Manchester United player. And unfortunately for Ronaldo, he's going to have to play in the Europa League for what will be the first time in his career. So first time ever for him in the Europa League this season. So I'm not too sure if he's entirely happy, but he will be staying until January at least at this moment.
Do we know, was there even one serious single concrete bid for him?
Well, from the club themselves, Manchester United, I mean, the manager, Erik ten Hag, came out and said that there was no official approaches. So it's hard to know. We do know that, of course, as mentioned, his agent, Jorge Mendes, was sort of traveling around Europe, maybe trying to find a bidder. There was reports of a swap deal potentially with Napoli in the south of Italy for Victor Osimhen, but the swap deal never materialized. Obviously, as mentioned, Ronaldo is on such a high wage that it's very, very hard for any club in Europe to match the wage, unless obviously maybe Manchester United would subsidize it, which perhaps they wouldn't want to do. So yeah, unfortunately, no real takers for Ronaldo at this moment in time. He's not in the Manchester United team at the moment. Obviously, they won last night 1-0, and Marcus Rashford is the main striker ahead of Ronaldo at this moment in time. So it's just an indication of maybe Ronaldo's ongoing years. We forget, his age, that he is, quite a veteran player now, and so I suppose at that highest level of European football, that maybe wasn't the sort of takers that we might expect.
Yeah, and they've got the new boy now, haven't they? Anthony, the £80 million man from Ajax. Look, Liverpool, last season's runners-up, they go to Everton Saturday for the Merseyside derby at Goodison. The Reds currently 6th place right now, snapping up the Juventus midfielder Artur on loan until the end of the season. What did you make of that last-minute move for the Brazilian?
Yeah, it's a late deal. Liverpool have sort of operated in this way in the past. I think last January in 2021, I believe they signed Ozan Kabak from Schalke when they had some defensive injury problems. So Liverpool are known for maybe making these stopgap signings when they need to. I don't think Arthur maybe is necessarily in their long-term plans. I think if they're going to go for a midfielder, it looks like maybe this may be the prelude to maybe a big money move next summer for Jude Bellingham, of course, at Borussia Dortmund, the English young talent. But Arthur is probably someone, Jurgen Klopp did come out and say that they need some reinforcements in midfield. They've had some injuries. Thiago, Jordan Henderson just recently got an injury as well. So they probably needed a little bit of reinforcement there. And Liverpool are very good at their transfer business. They don't panic. And this availability to bring a player on a short-term deal on loan is probably what suited them financially. So, I think it's an interesting move for them. But I'm sure he'll be more of a squad player, really, than a sort
Watch
of
this space. Watch this space. I think that's the case with that one. I want to get to Chelsea quickly because, like Man United, they smashed their own summer spending record. The Stuttering Blues play West Ham Saturday. Chelsea securing the services of the Gabon international, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Barcelona. And Jonathan Aubameyang saying he has what he calls unfinished business when it comes to the Premier League and his return there.
Yes, most definitely. Of course, if anyone's seen the documentary about Arsenal and the kind of the way he was discarded from the Arsenal squad by Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, maybe didn't expect to see him back so soon, but he is indeed back. Barcelona move, maybe they were willing to let him go with obviously they signed Robert Lewandowski, and he's back in London, which is of course a city that he loves. So he's reuniting with Thomas Tuchel, who he was with at Borussia Dortmund in the past. Someone who knows him very well, knows his game. Chelsea do need that kind of central striker who can play, as a number 9 running behind. So it's an interesting option, and I suppose the Chelsea-Arsenal derby is going to have a bit of extra spice to it this
I
season.
was going to say, I wonder what Arsenal fans make of it all. Jonathan, thank you so much for your time. We love your expert views, and we are grateful.
Thank you.